Oh snap, Glaze is going live.
At times I ask myself, what make me any different than anybody else? Look at me, I'm free. I'm standing on the beach. I look at all the opportunity that I could have lost my freedom. I could have lost my life. I could have been murdered, executed on the street, like no problem, die of a violent death. But look at me. It's only because of the grace of God that I'm standing on the beach, on the sand, reliving, reenactment of my life story. You know why? Because God is good. God is good all the time. And he gave me, a sinner, a lost soul, a second opportunity. He gave me more than a second opportunity. And that's why when I got this opportunity, I refused to let it be in vain. That's why I'm taking my time, sharing my story, getting y'all guys to understand. Stop picking up that brick and throwing at that prison wall for absolutely nothing. Your freedom is valuable. Your freedom is priceless. Take it for somebody that knows. Don't go out there and do it yourself. It's not worth it. Stop playing Grand Theft Auto with your life. It's not worth it. Wouldn't you like to be on the beach, opposed to being on a run, Labor Day weekend like I was? Look at this. This is beautiful. This is life. This is what life is all about. And guess what? Only person can control that is you. Your action, your choices, your decision making. Every Labor Day, I catch a flashback of being on a run from the United States government. And as I was on a run back in Labor Day 1988, I was trying to catch up. I went down to Virginia Beach when they was having Greek Fest, when all the black colleges from all over were taking a break, and they was meeting all over from the south and northeast border, and they all met up in Virginia Beach. And during that period of time, like I say, I was on a run trying to catch up to the guys, like I gave package to on consignment, trying to get what was owed to me. And as I was down there, having a good time, being on a run with my little teeny afro and my glasses, trying to be an incognito. It was next to the last day, I ran into a group of individuals, and these individuals from Brooklyn, and they was just as dangerous as I am. The guy, Webb, and his right-hand man, the late Domencio, these guys were the same guy that responsible for killing the original 50 Cent. So even though when I was down there and they approached me, I'm basically by myself, and they was like 30 deep. And when Webb approached me, and keep in mind, one of the biggest players at the time, keep in mind, when he approached me, I didn't think nothing of it. We start talking. We start talking about different events that's been happening with my organization and his organization or whatever. So basically what he was telling me about was like certain things that happened. And I'm telling myself, look, man, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm going to run for the U.S. government, and I got too much of other stuff on my plate to be focused on something that minor or whatever. And I think I took him off track, and I didn't even know that or whatever. So based upon my answer, he was kind of like, okay, cool. So what he did was he summoned his right-hand man from downstairs. And when he summoned his right-hand man came up there. And when his right-hand man came up on the balcony, we start talking. And basically right now he says, such and such, this is Glaze, this is such and such. I said, what's up, man? So basically he came out and was telling me the same thing that Webb was telling me earlier. And I said, look, man, like I told Webb ahead of time, I don't care. I'm not thinking about that or whatever. I got too much of other things in my mind. I'm going to run fighting for my life in the U.S. government. I'm not trying to go to jail for the rest of my life. So all that other stuff, I don't really care about the time or whatever. So he was kind of baffled and puzzled because I gave him an answer they didn't expect to give them or whatever. So even during that period, what happened, like mind you, as we're on the balcony, you could see his group. It was Domencio and probably like 16 other guys that was out there. And right now is, okay, I didn't really pay no mind. But as I'm talking to Webb and his right-hand man, and I see Domencio staring at me, I'm like, something is wrong with that picture. So what I did was, after I finished talking to these guys, I left and came off the balcony and went in front of Domencio and the rest of the guys, the group. And when I went up to him, I said, yo, man, what's your problem? He said, you my problem. I said, what you mean I'm your problem? I said, man, every time I look around when we was kids, when we was on Rikers Island, you had a problem. Who got people off you? Who got the wolves off you on Rikers Island that was trying to rob you, that was trying to take advantage of you? I was the one. He said, yeah, you would. You saved me a lot. So anyway, it was kind of like, strange. I said, but when I came home from doing 3.5 years, you constantly kept my name in your mouth over some nonsense that didn't have nothing to do with you or whatever. So anyway, my man Webb like, oh man, come on man, y'all squashed that. So what I did was, I said, okay, cool. I extended my hand to him. As I extended my hand to him, this brother like, I'm not shaking your hand. You know what I'm saying? Everybody shake your hand, wind up dead. So Webb and his right hand man, everybody looking at him, oh man, even if you feel that way, that's not something that you say. Long story short, we squashed it, we left it alone. I didn't know it at the time that when these guys, I find out about it probably 3 years later when I'm out there and I'm into my bid. My man LD, the late LD, and he was out hanging out one night with Lou Hobbs, Domencio, Kendu, all these cats. So after partying, they was out eating breakfast, and all of them was talking about a topic, and that topic happened to be Glaze. And they started talking about the different events or running or misunderstanding that they had with me. So here it is. Domencio was like, yo man, Lou, you remember when you was scared of Glaze? Kendu, you remember when you was scared of Glaze? So he told a story about the Virginia Beach. He said, here it is, all week. What they did, they planned to go down to Virginia Beach, doing Labor Day weekend in hopes of running into the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs. He said next to the last day, he said they 20 deep. He said they was in a car, and all of them was saying, here it is, once we get down to Virginia Beach, if we run into Glaze, we gonna gun him down like they did Sonny Corleone in the movie The Godfather. So he say the next to the last day, he said they deep, they strapped, they caught me, I'm by myself. He said when they approached me or whatever, he said they got me. And when they had me, he was kind of pissed because it didn't go the way that he expected to go. So even with that being said, because only thing that saved my life that day from these guys didn't kill me because I was being real. I was being me. And that's the only thing that saved my life. Even after that or whatever, it was a month later, I wound up meeting up with Webb and his right-hand man, and we went to California while I was on a run. And they was trying to help me, get my plastic surgery. So back then, I didn't want to go to jail. So I wanted to change up my whole appearance. I wanted to change up my face, get my fingers done. I wanted to get everything done. I want to do everything that I need to do to prevent from me going to jail. But just so happened, as we in California, like I told you, I had one guy in New York that was going to do my surgery, and he got scared at the last minute. And that's the same thing that happened in California. But after that, me and Webb wound up building a great relationship, and, I got nothing but respect for him. Even, as time went on, when Domencio was murdered by Alpo or whatever, and you just sit back and you think about that, your hearts go out to the victim and their family, because once again, despite we didn't see eye to eye on certain things, you know what? I didn't have nothing against him. By that time or whatever, my past was my past, and I left it behind me. Webb was a dangerous individual, Mr. Low Key, always on top of his game, had strong crew, and didn't take no shorts or whatever. So at that present time, when he approached me, I done read it to him numerous of times, whether it was at the hotel, at the barber shop, or different events. But we never had any real problem that I know of. So that particular time when they approached me, I didn't really pay no mind. Why I didn't pay no mind? Because at that present time, I was free and clear as far as worrying about anything or anyone at that present time. So when they approached me, I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't know until several years later that their intention was they was going to murder me. They came down there to execute me. And guess what? If they wanted to, and if my answer wasn't legit and clear at the time, I would have been gone. Because I didn't have no defense. It's no defense for the element of surprise. I'm on a run. I'm trying to catch these guys that owe me money from large packet that I gave them on a consignment. And being that I'm on a run from the United States government and they know I'm on a run, guess what? They was not trying to pay me. They was trying to hope that the federal government get me so they didn't have to pay me. So I'm down there on my hunt to try to find these guys, because all the hustlers during that period of time, guess what? Labor Day weekend, they was taking that weekend, that 4-day weekend, to go down there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to relax, to enjoy their time, and mingle with these kids, that went to college for the Greek Fest. During that same time that after I met up with Webb, approximately probably 3-4 more hours went by, and I'm on the strip of Virginia Beach. Then I ran to my man, Derek Smith. Derek Smith was a dangerous individual that grew up in Brooklyn. I met Derek back in 80, 81. He was fighting a murder charge when I was on a kid on Rikers Island. So here it is, when I met up with Derek, what we was talking about, oh man, what's going on, Glaze? I haven't seen you forever, whatever. You know, we was talking about Pappy Mason. We was talking about different situations for the past. Then we was talking about Haitian Jack. So when we started talking about Haitian Jack, I said, you know what? These guys, I say, you know, from Brooklyn, you know what, wanted me to kill Haitian Jack. Their guys came to me and said, yo, Glaze, we'll give you anything you want. Only thing we want you to do to hit Haitian Jack. So I'm sitting back thinking about it. I'm making $40,000 a day at the present time. And I got it, you know, really going on. And to me, I'm saying Haitian Jack didn't do anything to me. So why the heck I'm going to take a contract and go after this individual? He never did anything to me. So to me, don't get me wrong. If I was broke and if I was starving, Haitian Jack would have been free lunch. I'll listen to things that going on in regards to Haitian Jack, and everybody's talking about Haitian Jack this, Haitian Jack that. I didn't know Haitian Jack like that. Haitian Jack was a cool cat, and he knew who to mess with or whatever. He went after weak individual or whatever. But to me, that's all I know about him or whatever. So to me, when I start, like, it's funny as me and Derek talking about Haitian Jack, you know, just so happened or whatever, you know, after that conversation, the window went down. And as the window of this big body Mercedes-Benz went down, and as the window of this big body Mercedes-Benz went down, you know, then all of a sudden Jack appeared. He's in the back seat the whole time, smiling. So, but, you know, was I afraid or was any, no way in the world. For what? You know what I'm saying? When it's your time, it's your time. And sometimes your death certificate can be signed and you don't even know that. So that, the moral of the story, be aware of your surrounding, trust nobody, especially when you're in that dangerous street. Later for that. Keep your guards up at all times. You know why? Because people will turn you in. People will force you for that mighty dollar. That's it. You don't have no friend in the street. There's no loyalty in the street. You know what? That game, that drug game, that stick-up game, that hustler game is overrated.
Yo, Glaze! I just got to my favorite part of your book. This is Out of Prison as a New Person. So, page 308, May of 1998. That's actually when I had the pleasure of meeting you, and we worked together on that 10:30 to 3 a.m. shift, which was crazy. My respect level just went up like 10 more notches for you. So I knew about your past. I knew about everything that had gone on, but what I didn't know is you were going from $40,000 a day to, I think we were making $12 an hour there, that night shift, something crazy. So for you to be able to have that work ethic of going from slinging easy rocks to slinging heavy packages and working that night shift and just being the positive person you were that whole time and offering encouragement to everybody that worked that shift.
Have you checked your tire pressure today?
I don't have a flat.
Have you checked your blood pressure today?
No, I don't feel sick.